Hi, this is a video for a viewer parts, and for conversion of models, I'm not going to demonstrate it as I've demonstrated in the other video. So here I'm going to run this program. Right now there are some warnings I need to fix, and so yeah, I got 5 models. I'm not sure like which one is from which category, but like some, I think this is from D or anyway, I have models from B, C, D, and A, and yeah, and with the, right here we see different shaders. These are all fully lit with no lighting. This one particularly has lighting, as you can see the slight shading changes as you move around. Oh, so for the free camera modes, you need to hold down the mouse key, left button, so you can like move around, and then WASD is for movements. It will go straight to wherever you point to, and this model is slightly translating back and forth. For the bounding sphere, just hold down the sorry, I forgot what it's called. I don't know what's called in English, but anyway, I'll talk about it later. So just hold down that button, and you'll see the bounding box for each models, and it kind of go with the models as well. So yeah. So for that button, um, it's called. I'm gonna end this program for a bit. So it's the button just left of the key one. It's called Grave Accent. I'm not sure this is how it's called, but anyway, just hold down this button, and you will see the bounding box. And I have 5 models. I have a model per files. So basically, how I convert the loading the assets is like this. First of all, I'm loading all the shaders, and this is one of the default models, like this sphere one as well. And these are models from the file system, and what it does is reads the files, and then for this number is a ratio and how much I want to scale the models before it is loaded into the scene. So that way, for some models pretty big, so I kind of scaled it down a little bit to fit into the scene. And these are textures. For the model texture, they're bounded to each, since each model files has the texture packed into the files. So whenever it's read into it, so these are texture that I load manually, but for a model texture, what they do is it will read the files, and at the same time it will read the texture files as well. If it has texture, it will add texture, and it will generate a custom texture type for itself. Basically, it has a global counter, and it counts the index to where it, for example, so basically if you have a model texture, it will count from 7 to 8 and 9 and so on and so forth, and then assign the texture ID to that particular model objects, and yeah, for future reference. Yeah, that's how it worked, how I load assets. To switch camera, just press space, and each camera can function by itself. Like it will track the last known position that you fly around, and then go there. Just space. Right now I only have 2 cameras, and yeah. You have 2 other instance render modes. Different skin changing. I'm not sure if this means skin, different skin. But this one definitely is, but I still haven't implemented that in my system. Supreme server pod camera, focus on different mod. Yeah, I have all that. Toggling. Yeah, there's that key. You need to hold down to see the bounding volume. A default texture. For example, this works for those models that kind of have the texture missing from the file. Um, so basically, each model has a starting value of not initialized unless you assign it otherwise. So what this will do to the model is basically display the checkboard where I load the texture here. It's not initialized. So this texture here, yeah. Change it back. So what the custom texture means is basically tells it to look for the texture files from the model file, and instead of the one you tell it to load, like the duck bead, for example. If I load a texture into a Crash Bandicoot, it will show the Bandicoot covered with duck bead. Yeah, unless you tell it to load the custom texture. Yeah, these parts are already demonstrated in the converter video. Load assets, right up, yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much all of I've accomplished this thus far. And yeah, thank you.